All right, so we're back with some more unique entertainment, and this is titled Kalila Trashes Bobby Lee and Wants a Baby with Other Comedians. And you know we like Kalila around here. We like sharing all the stupid shit she says. This could only add to that. Let's see what we got.
I know why Theo Vaughn loves Latinos, and it's incorrect. It's supposed to say, I know why Theo Vaughn loves Filipinos.
Oh, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely the same thing.
You know how he goes on like, I love Filipino. Every podcast that he's on, he talks about like loving Filipinos.
Wait, I didn't.
No, he doesn't. Even your co-host here is sitting there like, what is she talking about? And you watch every Theo Vaughn appearance, it seems more like you have an obsession than he does, right? Very weird. Very weird, and it's always felt like that.
I didn't
Because
know
he
that.
loves you.
No, he loves Filipinos. Filipinos
Filipinos
are
are
his
the
people.
best, though.
But then I'm like, what? Why does he
The best at what?
love Filipinos so much? And then I learned this thing recently, and it's a historical fact
His
that
mom is Filipino.
because the Spanish colonized the Philippines and they often took him in as slaves on their ships to Mexico, and they were called Manila men from the Philippines. These Manila men, or these, colonized Filipinos in Mexico, escaped. They deserted their Spanish colonizers, and then they established their own community in Louisiana as early as 1700.
Yeah, she's no idea what's happening. No idea what's happening. None of them do, and that's why they can't push back, because they're like, I don't have a clue if any of this is true. I have no fucking idea.
Hundreds. And so there used to be a whole area in Louisiana before, I think in like the 30s, it got destroyed by like the storms. But this whole area that was a Filipino town, basically. So I think it's in his blood as a Louisiana boy. But
So she's saying for some reason, because where he's from, and there happened to be Filipinos there in the 1930s, it's trickled down into Theo's bloodstream that now all of a sudden he likes Philip. It's such a fucking stretch, dude, that there is no 6 degrees of separation here. It's more like 45,000. Like, you're going to try to get to this with some sort of fact, but you're going to take a really fucking weird way to get there to the point where it makes no sense. It can't be factual. She's basically just saying that, hey, there was Filipinos that were in New Orleans at one point, and because that happened, and Theo's from New Orleans, it's just in his blood to have a thing for Filipinos. And you're like, I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. Doesn't make sense.
I'm now starting to think that if he did a DNA, he's part Nicaraguan, right? But I think that, yeah,
So you think maybe he's Filipino?
I think he's Filipino.
Oh my God. It goes to show you how much Esther Povitsky knows about any other comedian. That's why she's not a good comedian, because she's in this stupid little group here. And again, this is the group of the most like boring, nothing women. All 4 of these people are just absolutely zeros. They have nothing going on. They have kids. They have just mediocre careers, if a career at that. And of course, anybody can shit on this stuff in that manner, but it's like, I'm doing it for the fact that it's like, go do something else. Go do something else where people actually give a shit about it. Because nobody's watching this, dude. Nobody. I don't see a person talking about this or bringing it up unless it's clips like this where she says something disgusting.
My theory is Theo Vaughn is Filipino, and I think he needs to do a DNA test for real. And I think he's a descendant of the original Manila man.
So because he's might be partially Filipino, he's just got a thing for Filipino people. Again, huge reach.
And that we're
Please let him
we're
do
from
a
Louisiana.
23 and
Answer me yes or no. Is he the father of your baby?
That's not funny. Why is that funny? Doesn't she have a guy? Doesn't she live with the guy, or a guy live with her? That's to make that joke is to disrespect the actual father. And again, they'll make claims that they're being funny. And it's like, that's not funny though. In what world is that funny? Besides your tiny little
look at my
world.
baby.
we gotta ask Maury.
So funny, but I don't know. That's just my theory on it.
I have a question. If
Nobody likes your theories. Please stop saying a bunch of words.
you had to have a sperm donor and you could only pick out of the
Again, the most basic of women. Nothing going on here that would make you look at her twice. Other than like, why is your head so fucking small?
comedy scene.
Oh,
This is a good
no.
question.
Which comedian
Oh,
would you
God.
let
This
be
is
your
a
sperm
good.
donor?
That is so.
Again, look at the face on that girl. Just below average, dude. And they think they have listeners? They're paying a producer every week to come in here and put microphones on for them to say a bunch of nothing? Fun. Shout out to LA, dude. You guys definitely, you guys have a growing comedy scene. So proud.
So stressful.
Esther would pick me. I already know it.
But you mean like the bros?
Yeah, like a man. You need sperm.
Who do you
I would
pick?
pick Gilbert.
Oh, just no relationship to them whatsoever.
No, it could be
Just
people
the
you've never
sperm.
met, just out of the comedian.
Again, who cares? Who cares? To the average podcast listener, is this something you find interesting? Is this what draws you to a podcast? Because I don't see it. I don't see how they can keep doing it and still be able to feed themselves. It doesn't add up, dude. But either way, hit the like and subscribe. Go check out the Unique Entertainment channel if you haven't already. But until then, we'll see you in the next one.